And welcome to the Design Studios website audit. My name is Eric Gilmore, and I'm an account manager here. We're looking at homes bail bonding today. They're a client that came to us several weeks ago that had an existing web design and internet marketing partner, and really weren't happy with the optimizations results that they were receiving from their existing partner. So here we have an existing WordPress site. As you can see, if you don't know whether a site's within WordPress, you can certainly go to View Page Source. That was just a quick right-click, View Page Source. I always go to Control F, and here we'll just go WP. So anytime you see WP, it's usually a good sign that things are within WordPress. So we'll go back to the main site. So in an existing WordPress site, but was unhappy with his optimization and results. Asked the client what the main purpose of this site was for, and his goal and objective was to increase business. So this is strictly a lead generation site. Really wants to utilize this site to get more leads and more prospects and to communicate with his clients. One of the other needs of this client, he wanted to build from Raleigh out. So wanted to has an aggressive approach to increasing his revenue, increasing his business and its reach. And so he wanted to start with Raleigh. So, opposed to other nationwide products, maybe with the e-commerce platform, e-commerce sites, we really wanted to localize this as much as possible. So we're going to build from Raleigh out, and I'll show you a couple aspects of that as well. So most of this was because he has a fairly decent site. Certainly can make improvements, but we didn't want to invent the wheel. And plus, the client was a little bit leery of signing a long-term optimization contract, understandably. So what we did is we set up a shorter-term contract and gave him a benchmark of results from what his previous site was doing to what we're going to do over the next 3 months. Usually it takes about at least 3 months to really show a lot of optimization results and improvements. So we were willing to take that risk and show him that what we could do over 3 months. But you look at the site here, and we'll go to the design aspect, and then I'll go to the optimization aspect here in a second. So I tell everybody, what the heck am I looking at? Does this pass the test? Bail bonds Raleigh, it gives it to me, in a jail. So large dominant images are a good thing, but I still would like a heavier call to action. The entire point of this site is to get prospects and get conversions, and so this contact us is the most important aspect. Plus there's no contact ability for me to leave and submit my information on the home page, which is absolutely vital. And plus, and one thing we did talk about within our client meeting is the difference between one bail bonding service and another. Obviously, it's a feeling of security, it's a feeling of service, and it's a feeling of convenience. So he needs to convey all of these things really to help someone in a time of need. Someone being in jail and a gavel possibly doesn't do those things. So we are looking at updating those images and incorporating more of a call to action to convey those the specific aspects. I wanted to look at the different subpages. We can do that very quickly. Actually, we'll go back to the home page and nitpick the home page, so to speak, very quickly. So the talk now is important. The client felt like a lot of people are sometimes afraid to leave their contact information, and you want to make it as easy for your prospects as possible to leave their information. Here, if we went to call, it takes us through a Skype, and we have to launch a third-party application. It's absolutely something that can't be done, and is absolutely unacceptable. So here we're going to incorporating a live chat feature, and what we did is research all kinds of plugins within WordPress's platform, and anytime anyone initiates a chat question or some level of request on his site within that feature, it'll go straight to his phone because he is very mobile, and he will be able to answer that directly off his phone. And so he can talk one-to-one, almost in a retail type environment, with his clients who are maybe afraid to leave their information via contact form. So that's one of the upgrades here. Another reason that he wasn't doing well on the optimization side is because he wasn't updating his site. He was relying on his optimization partner to do that, and they really weren't doing that. So we incorporated a blog, and you'll see that once the site launches here in the next few days. Blogs are vitally important. I know sometimes they're a pain in the tail to sit there and write content, excuse me. But that's something we're going to handle for him. So we're going to handle content and really within Panda and Penguin, especially Penguin, Homes Bail Bonding used to be on the front of Google, and we'll show you exactly where they are. In fact, we'll do that right now. Well, we need to type in Raleigh Bail Bonds. Type that in Google, and we'll see whether he's on the front page or not. You don't see him in any of the places. This is an absolute must. He's one of the main places in Raleigh, and so we need to incorporate his Google Plus page, Google Plus local page. So Raleigh Bail Bonds, those are both off the URL. Liberty Bail Bonds, he's not where he needs to be. And you don't see him until page 2 for Raleigh Bail Bonds. Bail Bonding Raleigh, let's try that very quickly. So you see Amistad, you see Aggressive, you see AAA, case closed, plus.google, people's, and here you see a new article from the AP talk about bail bondsmen. So again, he's on page 2, and within Google, as they're updating their algorithm changes, are making that real estate on page 1 that much more important. Because this is such a search-heavy business, he really needs to utilize a lot of the optimization aspects. So as I was getting to and alluding to prior to looking at his results on Google, blogs are a great way for him to continually hit keywords, for him to create content. And we're going to handle this. For us to create content that is linkable from other sites, so that creates link building, and is a great way, like I said, for keyword optimization. So as I do with most sites in our client meeting, here only 11 pages indexed within Google. That's not many. Some pages have, or some sites have 400 pages. I tell everybody it's better to have probably less, the more people go to, less quality than it is to have more and more and more. Google PageRank of 2, that's a scale of 1 to 10. 2 is not awful, but it needs to be better. Backlinks of 23 here in Alexa, one of the metrics for SEO and optimization aspects here. 23 is not awful, but it certainly can be better. We'll look here, and you see Google last, their spiders cached his page on September 22nd. Here today is October 3rd. So that tells me that they know that they're not looking for fresh content on this site, because within Panda, and one of the reasons that he got rolled from the first page of Google is they need fresh content. They value new content on a site, and this wasn't being updated. Let's look at the optimization aspect before we look at, well, let's go back to the design. I know that I'm flipping all over the place. There's all kinds of opportunities here. So services, here we want to make it as painstakingly easy as possible for your visitor to understand what your level of service is. Obviously, you provide bail bonding service, but I want to know why your services are different than everybody else's. 24 hours a day is important, but we need to make that as easy as possible from a design sense to utilize that. Service over 100 counties here, as I said, it's important that we're building from Raleigh out, so this needs to be localized as much as possible. But again, there's no call to action on this page. We want this to be the contact us, because that's really what we're looking for. And in every county in Carolinas and Virginia, because we're building from Raleigh out, and that was within the strategy of the client. Here, this needs to utilize Wake County. This utilize Garner, Raleigh, Fuquay-Varina, Cary, Apex. As many places as possible, as local as possible, because we are trying to ensure bail bonding service not only to Raleigh but to the surrounding Triangle area. Forms of payment include, this rotating testimonial. I would have liked that on the front page. As you see, it's I don't know whether Alex is a place coming from a place of authority, whether he's a previous customer. I want to see more opportunity for him to advertise to people that this is a high level of services, and this is a quality business. We look at the footer. Again, the Carolinas and Virginia we need to absolutely fix. The social media icons are absolutely important. We look at his Google Plus page, and this is one of the services that we've already provided, but before it said mobile bail bonding, and there was some confusion with multiple addresses as to which his service was. So now we've set him up with a Google Plus page. Well, that's my Google Plus page, but we've set him up with a Google Plus page, and we really seeing a lot of clout within Google Plus here because so much of the optimization aspect is going to be on the local side and be near the jails. Then we're going to need to continue to update that and really utilize Google Plus because it carries a little more cachet from Google's standpoint than Facebook. But I think we've also updated his Facebook page here. Facebook probably not as important. Because you're not providing an engaging continual customers here. Only 28 likes, but here you want to see that they're one of the leaders in the business. I would like to see their logo right there, but we're going to work with them to update their pages. But Google Plus is definitely one of the most important aspects. So again, we've added a blog, we've added a live chat feature. We're going to update their footer information to include the level of services they provide. Instead of services, which is just general, this would be bail bonding services, Raleigh bail bonding services. It could be the places that he provides a level of service. Also wanted to go back to that home page very quickly and look at the page source. So if you right click and look at page source for any site, you can absolutely look at this. So the title of the site is actually fairly good because it incorporates the keywords that we're going to look at. But we want to look at throughout the site to make sure each page has a different title. The all-in-one SEO pack is a good plug-in to utilize on. It's a fairly common plug-in. Here we see some meta description. This tells Google the important parts and description of this site. I would like this to be more clean. And you also see meta tags. If you look up and just do meta, there are no tags here outside of the description to tell Google what the most important aspects on this page are. So that is an absolute must. As we continue to look for H1s, I tell everybody very similar to an outline within 4th, 5th grade where you come up with your different paragraphs and you have your heading, and your main sentence, and then your sub, I guess, topics for specific aspects. Very similar to an H1, H2, H3, H4, all the way up to H6. So